Hey there, guys. Great to see you. So thrilled to have you today. Christy Lemire here with Katie Walsh on a very special early breakfast all day review of The Batman.
There's a warning.
Now, the movie comes out on Friday. It's out this weekend. We're getting to it early because we could not wait to talk about it. So here we are. Katie from Tribune News Service, as always, is a wonderful, delightful addition to our show. And she's got a quick and spoiler-free description of the
Spoiler
Batman.
free.
Yes.
Yes. So the Batman, I'm sure you've heard of him. The plot is just that there's this kid named Bruce Wayne, and he is fighting crime in Gotham City.
I'm vengeance.
So yeah, it's exactly what you might expect from a Batman movie. I will say that it's sort of like the Batman by way of The Godfather and Zodiac. So it's very much a crime drama. He is chasing a serial killer and there are mafia gangsters types involved. And I really liked that twist on a Batman movie.
Yeah, for sure. This feels to me like a superhero movie in name only. I mean, yes,
exactly.
Robert Pattinson is wearing the bat suit and he drives the Batmobile and he's got cool gadgets thanks to Alfred. And Zoe Kravitz is Selena Kyle, so she's Catwoman. So you've got Riddler, you've got Penguin, you've got all the people, all the superficial trappings of a Batman movie are here, but it is so much more than that. What Matt Reeves has done is really reinvented this kind of story, which would seem impossible. Like when Christopher Nolan did it, it felt like he reinvented it. But really, truly, this is an entirely different thing. This feels like a gritty, weighty 70s crime thriller. You mentioned Zodiac. It feels like the Zodiac killer is terrorizing Gotham.
Yeah,
and I love that about it.
Yeah, it feels like a 70s crime drama. It feels like Zodiac. It feels like a mob movie. But at the same time, it also felt really relevant to me in a lot of ways, especially with the Riddler character. Like there's a lot of ways that he uses social media and he's sort of this like, well, I don't really want to talk about it too much, but it felt very relevant to, things that have happened in the world around us. And so it is commenting on that. And so I appreciated that it felt both updated, but also kind of throwback in the same way. And I have a lot of wildly unpopular opinions about Batman movies. None of which I will be sharing here because I don't want to be
we're all friends. Come on.
I mean, it's funny because I'm sort of tortured by Batman movies in the sense that I really hate some of them and like really love some of them. And like my Batman is Val Kilmer and I love Joel Schumacher and like I want a goofy Batman movie. So like the super dark Batman movies are not for me. This movie is so dark that it somehow wraps around and becomes campy again. But the thing that I appreciate about it so much and I think is like absolutely crucial for a Batman movie or pretty much any superhero movie is that it has a sense of humor about itself. So even though it is like weighty and like filled with like heavy themes and portent and it's like actually terrifying at times, I liked the little times where they sort of referenced Batman lore or like made a little joke about certain things and like it's taking itself seriously but it's not taking itself too seriously.
See, I feel like it did. I feel like it's operatic, like it's epic, and it's 2 hours and 50 minutes long. And
it's way too long.
Right. That's my main complaint with it. But when I got out of it, I texted you and I was like, it is epic. It makes Nolan look subtle. And so I think it does take itself very seriously, but it is so substantial in terms of the technical prowess on display and Robert Pattinson's performance and Zoe Kravitz's performance and just the look of it. Like Greg Fraser, the cinematographer who also shot Dune.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It is so beautiful. And Greg Fraser does here what he does with Dune in that I don't know how he pulls off this balance, but it looks like heavy and light at the same time. Like it looks gauzy, yet like substantive at the same time. And it's raining and it's dreary. And the use of red, you and I could do an entire conversation just on the use of the color red in this film to signify fear or power or maybe hope. And that is used in startling, beautiful ways. It's a gorgeous film. It's like everyone here is working at the top of their game, like people who are great at what they do. The Michael Giacchino score.
The score is incredible.
Oh my God.
The use of music thematically is incredible. Like I think, and I don't even want to call it like needle drops, because it's so much more than needle drops. It's you know, the way that music is signifying a certain character, a certain thematic moment, a certain thing, and it comes back again and again, and it's used repeatedly. The score is incredible. I loved the score.
Colin Farrell.
I got you! I got you!
Unrecognizable. Holy shit.
God.
Like, if you didn't know that was Colin Farrell, would you know that was Colin Farrell?
I was trying so hard to see the Colin Farrell in The Penguin, and it was the only like latch into it I could do was the voice. And he's doing a very, very good New York gangster accent. You know, hey, I'm walking here, wise guys. But I could hear that rumbling Colin Farrell. His accent's incredible. But I mean, this is Jared Leto in House of Gucci on steroids. The makeup, the accent, the like, all of that. I'm like, that is wild. The transformation. I thought he was amazing. Like, it's incredible.
That's funny that you mentioned Jared Leto, because I think Paul Dano as the Riddler is doing Jared Leto in House of Gucci, but doing it well, like doing it, like taking it to a further step that makes you deeply uncomfortable. Increasingly, as it goes along, what Paul Dano is doing here is like legitimately terrifying. I almost had to laugh at times because the tension was so unbearable, because he goes to such a deranged place with it.
Right.
And I was like,
he really like goes in a very dark, scary place that is legitimately terrifying. Like, I don't often get scared in Batman movies, and I was like, this is scary what he's doing. And so I also love that like this Bruce Wayne is like not glamorous at all. Like, he's a weird goth, grimy kind of loser. Like, he's not cool.
He's not.
And I kind of like really enjoyed that take on it. I thought Robert Pattinson was really good.
So good.
And I think that, you know, a lot of what I was saying before about my unpopular opinions about Batman, it's like, I do think that this was a really necessary refresh on the character and on the story that we know so well. And I love that, you know, like, I've always found it kind of problematic that Batman sort of this like, he's pro cop in a way, but in this one he doesn't say a cab, but he says M cab. He says most cops are bastards. And so he's like, I like you, Commissioner Gordon, I don't know about the rest of you guys. I mean, it's kind of like shaking up the worldview of Batman in a way that I kind of appreciated, and with a new take on this character. It is very, very long. I almost felt like it should be 2 movies, because at hour 2, I was like, well, it feels like everything's wrapping up. And then I was like, there's another hour to go.
Yeah. And then, you know, if you are a purist about these things, you stay in your seat till the end. Although I would say if you have to go to the bathroom really badly, or if you've got to go home and relieve the babysitter and you want to not stay through all the credits, the thing that happens at the end is not necessarily important to watch.
Right there. Yeah. So
I will say that Robert Pattinson is giving me like hungover indie rock star vibes.
Totally.
Like nerdy indie rock star, and he doesn't give a shit. And
he's got his Robert Smith eyeliner going, which I actually appreciate, because, you know, you're like, how do you not see his eyes behind the mask? Oh, well, the eye black. Well, why don't we see it when he takes it? It's like actually getting into more realism of what it means to be the Batman. And there are moments where he, you know, it's like, he's not a superhero. He's just a guy in a suit. So there are moments where you see him be in pain or be fallible in some way. And I really appreciated that. I also think we just have to quickly touch on Zoe.
Oh, of course.
Amazing.
Not even quickly. Let's go into it. She's awesome.
So hot.
So hot.
Like the costumes, Jacqueline Duran. Yes, the costumes are incredible. And she is a really fun Catwoman. I really, really liked her a lot.
I too. There's this great scene where he's first spying on her from afar, right? And he sees her through the window slip into her little slinky leather getup, and Robert Pattinson is so freaking subtle. There's like the slightest bit of a charge in his eyes where he's like, "Ooh, she's a freak like me. I like this." And I
Right,
like the
exactly.
weird places that he will go with this. And their chemistry is insane. She's sexy as hell, whether she's Catwoman or she's got like a variety of wigs and things she has to wear as a bartender at this nightclub. But she holds her own, and it's cool to see like the origins of Catwoman. And this is decidedly not winky Catwoman.
No.
She's soulful, and she's damaged, and she's a badass.
Exactly. She's a really I feel like I'm not even saying anything descriptive. I'm like, she's really cool. I love her. Like, yeah.
No, and they have crazy chemistry. I mean, think
They
about how
have
many people have
crazy
played
chemistry.
this.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing next week. We're going to do a best of Batman discussion. Alonzo and I are. And think of all the people who have played Batman over the years, all the people who have played Catwoman over the years. So to bring something totally new to it is so exciting. And for Matt Reeves to bring something totally new to this is so exciting, because what he does here is what he did with his Apes movies, right? He's delivering this enormous and electrifying spectacle, but then there are real emotional stakes.
Absolutely. And I was thinking about that a lot, because Batman movies, for me, they fundamentally always have a problem with the stakes. And I was really worried they were going to kind of fumble the stakes here a little bit. And I was like, you know what? This is just what happens in Batman movies. I am disappointed in the stakes. And actually, they pulled it out, and they figured it out. And it felt like it was going to go in that direction, and then it doesn't. And I appreciate that it, like you said, it is emotional stakes more than anything else. It is not, it's Batman sort of reckoning with like what his purpose is, and deciding who he's going to be and what he's going to do, and that comes from his interactions with the villains.
Right.
And so I just thought that was like a really really well done thematic writing turn for this story.
I thought so too. It's really bold to force, superheroes are so insistent that they know that they're doing the right thing for the right reasons, for vengeance or for justice or whatever it is. And so to have this person have to deeply question his function here, and to reckon with his legacy and his future is very exciting. I make it sound so boring and so dull. It's thrilling, deeply thrilling and exciting. There's so much more I want to say, but
I know.
and we'll do a spoiler discussion a little bit down the line. But for now, Katie, what is your number?
I'm going to say a 7.5. Okay. I really, really liked it.
Yeah. I'm saying 8.5.
I don't know if it's too low. I don't know. Whatever. I don't think about numbers.
It's okay. It's okay. So 7.5. So I'm saying 8.5. So 8 is our number.
I think that's good.
Okay. Yeah. The Batman is out in theaters. Again, block yourself off like 3.5 hours for this between trailers and just getting in and getting out. Let us know when you see it. Please let us know what you think. We'd love to hear it. I know you guys have definite opinions on
There's
things.
A lot to chew on.
There really is. I feel like we've barely scratched the surface. So we'll come back and we'll do more. Katie, you're the best. You are at Katie Walsh, STX on Twitter. You are at Tribune News Agency. I love our talks. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Thanks to all of you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video and all that good stuff. We'd love that. We are at Be Fast All Day on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/Be Fast All Day, where we do TV recaps and monthly off the menu selections and all kinds of other good stuff. So join us, won't you? Thanks, guys. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.